Hi, James Drucke here with WealthWatch Advisors, back with another market update. Last week we saw the S&P fall about 2.5%. That's not too shocking considering that it was rising for several weeks, had a pretty strong rally coming off the lows really. And a lot of major Wall Street firms are really saying that they would expect us to trade in more of a range-bound situation for the next year or so, meaning just bouncing between, a lot are saying, between 6,000 and 5,700, barring any major significant news or events that would cause it to either fall below those levels or simply just take off and continue a large growth pattern from there. Another thing that happened last week was there was the big beautiful bill, as it's so called, that they had came out with, and that was an extension of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act from 2017. So it was making a lot of those temporary tax cuts more permanent. It was increasing the SALT deduction. It was increasing some of the child tax credits. So a lot of things going on with that. It's still not 100% over the line, but it's looking like that's going to get pushed through. And again, they're talking about the main thing is how is all this going to get paid for? Some experts are saying this could add another $3 trillion to the deficit over the next decade. The White House is saying that's going to be undone or counteracted through extra GDP and additional growth. So obviously time will tell which one of those is correct. But all in all, we're on a short week this week with Memorial Day. So there was more tariffs announced on the EU last week, but those got pushed off until July 9th. So again, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of volatility. There's so much going back and forth that the main thing is just to have a solid plan for times like these. So depending on your situation, whether you're in retirement, whether you're saving for the future, whatever that is, these times, the only thing that makes them scary is not having a plan, not knowing where you're going. So if that's you, if that's your situation and you have questions, we'd love to sit down and talk, have a conversation. And other than that, we'll be back again next week with another market update. Thanks.